Hey, hello there. In this video, we are going to discuss about return statement in functions. Okay. So in the previous videos, we have used return statement multiple times and we use the return statement to return some value from the function. So in this video, we are going to discuss few more things about the return statement and we are going to see some important aspects of the return statement and how we can use return statement for different scenarios, right? So let's quickly get started and let's write a simple code, and from that code let's understand how the return statement actually works. Now, as we have discussed in the previous video, whenever you will write main function, now on keep habit of returning 0 from it. Okay, by when we write return 0, that means we are telling the compiler or we are telling the operating system that our program is executing successfully or it has successfully executed, right? Okay, so this is the main function. Now let's declare one function. So let me write a function with name foo and let's give one argument to this function. So this is my declaration. Let me just define it again. So let me write int number, then function body, that is curly brace open, curly brace close. Now in function declaration, you can optionally give name of the argument, right? Or name of the parameter, but it's optional. You can also skip it. And even this declaration is optional as we have discussed in the previous video, right? Now let's say if the number that we are passing to this function, if it is even, then in that case let's say we want to return 1. Okay, and if the number that we are passing to this function, if it is odd, in that case let's say we have to return 0. Okay, so how we will do that? So for that it will be very simple. We will write something like this: if number mod 2, if it is equal to 0, that means the number is even. In that case we will write return 1. Otherwise we'll say return 0. Right, so here what we are doing, we are getting number as the input. We are checking whether that number is even or odd. If the number is even, we have to return 1. If the number is odd, we have to return 0. So how we are achieving this using the return statement? We are checking the condition. If the condition is true, if the number is even, then we are doing return 1. If the condition is false, means number is odd, in that case we are writing return 0. Now how this return statement actually behaves: whenever the compiler gets return statement in the function, compiler will terminate execution of that function at that point. Okay, I am again repeating my line. If the compiler finds the return statement in the function, compiler will execute the function till the return statement, and whenever it will find the first return statement, it will stop the execution of that function at that point, and whatever value the return statement is returning will be returned from the function. Okay, so in this case let's see what will happen. If the number is 10, so in that case what will happen? 10 mod 2 will be 0, right? Because if we take modulus of 10 by 2, then the answer will be 0. So in that case we will go inside the if body, and in if body what we are doing, we are returning 1. So this return statement will be executed, and when this return statement will be executed, this function will terminate. Okay, so that means if you write something after this, let's say if you write something like this over here. Okay, so let's say you are writing one line over here, then this line will not be executed because whenever the compiler executes your return statement, the function will terminate over there. So in this case, if the number is even, the function will terminate over here on this line. Whenever the number is odd, your function will terminate over here. After this, the function will not be executed. So let's quickly see what will happen. So let me just compile this code. So let me write g++03, name of our file, that is return statement.cpp, followed by let's execute it. Okay, so we are not calling the function, so let's call the function. So let me write cout, name of the function, and let's pass it some value. So let's pass 10. Okay, cool. So let's execute it. you can see that we are getting 1, but this cout is not getting executed, because if it would have got executed, then this should be on the screen. I am coming here, but this is not getting printed. That means this line is not getting executed. So what is the thing that we have learned so far about return statement? The return statement will terminate execution of the function at that point itself, whenever it will get executed. Okay, so even in the main function, let's say you are writing return statement over here on line number 19. If you write anything after line number 19, that will not be executed. Okay, so let's quickly see. You can see we are getting only 1 as the output. These lines are not getting printed on the screen. What will happen if we write return statement over here? So in that case, you can see that these lines will get executed. You can see over here, this I'm here, I'm coming here is getting printed multiple times. Okay, so what thing you have to remember about the return statement? Whenever the return statement will execute, the function will terminate over there. Okay, and you can write some conditional statement, and in that you can write return statements. Okay, so in this case we have written condition like this, and in that we are writing return statement, and in this way you can deal with return statements. Okay, or you can write return statement at the end of the function, whenever the function actually ends, or whenever the complete body of the function gets executed. Okay, so it depends on your scenario, what is the purpose of the function, and on that you will decide where actually to keep the return statement. So I hope you are clear with the idea of how return statement works, what is the importance of return statement, and you will keep this point in your mind that whenever the return statement execute, nothing after that statement in the function will get executed.